Hi, Rover. Fancy seeing you here. Shang and I have been discussing our choices, and we still want to give the settlement ceremony a try. Besides, things were a little rushed, and we aren't really ready yet, so we've decided to postpone our wedding. We'll choose a good date later. Aw, that's so sweet. Did you learn that from Ling Yang? But I didn't expect this lion dance show to be so big. This is probably the first time I've watched such a big show ever since I met...
Yeah, I can't wait for it to start.
Hi, Rover, there you are. It's been quite a while since I last saw a grand lion dance show like this. Rover, do you know what the secret is about the Jingle Beast Ling Yang was talking about? Oh, the show's beginning!
Someone's calling for help.
I was once chased by a big creature in the wilderness. All I could hear was a bell ringing, and my only thought was to run away. Then I heard about the Jingle Beast, so I figured it must have been what attacked me. But when I saw you perform today, it all came back to me. That's the same bell-ringing sound I had heard back then. So, I must have been the bell that sounded like it was chasing after me. It was actually guiding me away from danger.
The lion dance inspires and empowers each person in a unique way. I'm glad my performance could give you...
Yeah, I loved your performance. I think I can keep working as an explorer for the Pioneer Association now.
Beishi, that's amazing! When you joined the association, I was actually so proud. I'm happy you get to keep chasing your dreams. And, please forgive me.
I am upset, because you never told me anything. You always carried the burden alone. You didn't even tell me you were gonna go kill the Jingle Beast. Don't you ever do something like that again.
I promise, I promise. Let me treat you to something as my sincere apology.
I know a nice food stall. It's right up ahead in the square. You should check it out.
Awesome. Beishi, let's go.
Rover, how was my performance? Did you like it? Getting your compliment is all that matters to me. Rover, thank you so much for your help. I couldn't have accomplished any of this without you. Yeah, sure. Let's talk somewhere more private. Rover, let's talk here. Where should I begin? Rover, have you ever... Since there are humans with resonance abilities, then could there ever be beasts with the same kind of power? Uncontrolled emotions in human resonators lead to disasters. It's even more dangerous in beasts, as they follow instincts. Over time, most of them died out, driven extinct by their unrestrained desires. Beasts that can bring their power under control are extremely rare, but they do. And the Jingle Beast, it happened a long, long time ago. The Jingle Beast wasn't called the Jingle Beast. It was called Swan Ni. Back then, the Swanese lived a tranquil life in deep forests. However, when the Tacet Fields expanded rapidly, their territories were not spared. Some of them had to encroach upon certain human territories for a chance to survive. Humans suffered greatly against the Swanese, with their terrifying appearance, powerful resonance abilities, and wild animal instincts. And that's why the Swanese were deemed evil. I read it in an old book in Huanglong. Said they lived under that giant violet banyan tree in the dim forest. The Swanese have nearly gone extinct over the years, and now there might be only one of them remaining. And I've heard of an interesting theory from the archaeologists. That last Swanee might have yearned to become a human. To make itself more approachable, it first came up with a less intimidating name. Something like the Jingle Beast. And then it yanked off all its fur, filed down its claws, twisted its bones, and learned to... Maybe it was drawn by the bustle and merriment of human cities. It must have been lonely as the last of its kind. Maybe it was moved by human bravery against the lament and wanted to offer help. Maybe it wanted to fight the catastrophe that ruined its once homeland. Or maybe it simply couldn't resist human foods. Anyway, it never really became a human in the end. if it truly wanted to become human, it had to first understand the essence of what makes a human. If you ask me, the essence would be the heart of a human. Therefore, the Jingle Beast no longer rejected its appearance and began to, in its animal form, perhaps, in this process, it happened to save a girl in the wilderness. Rover, what do you think the ending for the Jingle Beast was? Did it finally become a human? Well, is that what you think? I think the Jingle Beast no longer cares whether it's a human or a beast. In this world, there are beings with the appearance of a beast and the soul of a human, just as there are beings with the appearance of a human and the soul of a beast. All it will remain resolute and convey the beautiful and inspiring qualities it once saw in humans in its own way. Oops, I got carried away and almost forgot. Here, keep this bell as a memento. Thank you, Rover.
Ling Yang, come here.
Coming! Rover, I must go get the props ready for the next show. Come watch my performance again next time. Food's on me. Please keep this bell. It should bring you good luck. Fare thee well, blessings swell.
I didn't expect such a big crowd at the hearing. Should I take this? Maybe we can do a little show of, paws. Raise your left. Wait! You raised your left paw before I even finished my sentence. Okay, if you raise your right paw, I'll. Right paw, huh? Well.
Miss Jie, the hearing is about to start. If you would please join us.
Now? Yes, Madame Jie. I'll be there. Rover. Oh, you're here. It's really nice to see you. And I appreciate you coming. I just handed over all the evidence we gathered from Mingyang's studio and the Exiles camp to the patrollers. Now the Shengyun Art Exchange can't deny the fact they were producing and trading art forgeries. But there is one more thing. The patroller said we still need someone to testify in the hearing. But I've never spoken in front of so many people before. How about you do the talking, and I'll add details, if I have to?
Don't worry, I've got your back. Just remember, you're the only one who can lay out the truth. The whole truth. For everyone to see.
You're right. I was the one who chose to uncover the truth behind this case. I can't back down now, not when it matters most. I'll give it my all. I promise. Let's go.
With both parties present, this hearing is now in session. Let us... First, a brief overview of the case before us. Miss Jeje alleges that the guilty party, Ming Yan, implicated in the tacit discord assault, was coerced into committing art fraud under duress. Therefore, her mental state was adversely affected, which led to her committing actions contrary to her will. Today, based on new evidence provided by Miss Jeje and the result of this hearing, we will determine whether to revisit Ming Yan's charges and consider if the Shangyun Art Exchange is indeed guilty of selling illegal art forgeries.
What? With all due respect, this doesn't match what we discussed before.
Mr. Baitze, I remind you that any evidence or arguments presented before and during the hearing are valid. If you would like to add further information, you're welcome. Now, without further ado, either party may begin their opening statement.
Madame Juya, the situation is...
Madame Juya, as the head of the Shanyuan Art Exchange, I, Baitze, must clear our name and seek justice here today. There are 2 points I'd like to address. Firstly, the authenticity of our artworks remains unimpeachable. Secondly, Ming Yan's provocative creations stem solely from her own greed and vanity. She alone should bear responsibility for the assault. Throughout my tenure at the Art Exchange, our foremost principle has been that of integrity, a well-known fact. Integrity in business is not enough to stave off discord. We are aware of certain painters rejected by the Art Exchange, nursing... They bombarded us with spite and slander, causing a public uproar simply because they didn't get what they wanted. Should the public be swayed by these slanderous insinuations that paint us as wicked fraudsters, then I'm afraid justice will never be served.
Please control yourself, Mr. Baitze.
Forgive me, madam. But if this injustice persists, I will have no choice but to sue them for harming the Shanyuan Art Exchange's reputation. I demand they compensate us for our losses and issue a public... Such disgraceful behavior will not diminish us. Our principles will not waver, and we will protect the Shanyuan Art Exchange from any ill intent.
I've bought paintings from Shanyuan Art Exchange before. They were good quality, and their service was decent. Hard to believe they'd be involved in something like this.
The honest always get the short end of the stick. But who's Ming Yan? A painter? Never heard of him.
Must be some nobody trying to get attention using the Shanyuan's name.
Why is the Art Exchange always in the middle of some controversy?
Order! Order! You may continue your statement. Madam, allow us to present our account of the events. This all really began 3 days ago. I was entrusted to investigate a certain arcane artist in the Tiger's Maw.
Hey, Rover! Took you long enough to get here. Things are getting awfully strange around the mine lately. Figured you're just the one to untangle this mess. With your knack for solving mysteries, you'll figure this out in no time. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but there's a special folktale in Jinjo. Word has it, there's this mysterious arcane artist whose paintings come to life as they paint, as if each brushstroke has a life of its own. Once their canvas dries, whatever they've painted leaps right off the page. Mythical creatures, the whole shebang, all real as day. The thing is, anyone who might have seen these paintings, well, they vanish into thin. Lately, I've been receiving reports about eerie monsters wandering the mine at midnight. Some witnesses even ran into them more than once. These monsters, they look like paintings from a distance. Reading these reports, I couldn't shake the tale of the arcane artist from my mind. Sure, some say it's just a prank or some new tacit Discord variant. But with rumors swirling, folks are getting jittery. Can't let things escalate. That's why I reached out to you. Great. Counting on you to crack this case wide open. Oh, and you might want to chat up the witnesses. Got...
That's it for today. Time for a break. Oh, you've come to the right guy. I was actually the first to see those weird things. I was playing chess with the old miners until midnight, then headed home alone. On my way back, at first I thought they were tacit discords, and I was ready to bolt. But then, I realized they were different. These monsters, they were being drawn to something. Curiosity got the better of me, so I took a step closer and saw that they had these strange features. Gleaming eyes, gnarled horns, and dark green bodies covered in slimy liquid. Maybe, but unlike tacit discords, they didn't attack me. You know, I did see some people standing nearby. Just some shadows. Well, the light was flickering in the wind, so I couldn't make out their faces, but I knew something was weird with the scrolls they had in their hands. Every time they moved, more monsters. Later, I told everyone about it, and Gupon was there. She freaked out, saying it was just like the tale of the arcane artist. I'm not sure, but I overheard them talking. No, actually, arguing would be more accurate. Anyway, I got worried those monsters might attack me, so I bolted and didn't catch what they were arguing about. I do remember. Wait, you're not seriously thinking of going there, are you? Whatever those monsters...
Cherish every gain.
You don't look like you work at the mine. Oh yes, that strange event. It's the talk of the town right now. I've conducted several investigations and found that those monsters tend to appear around midnight. Fortunately, they haven't caused much harm. I think it's because they always show up and vanish in the dead of night. If you ask me, these monsters are a new type of tacit discord. Since they're unrecorded, our terminal can't trigger an alarm when they're nearby. For safety reasons, we have increased our patrols around the mine. Anything else unusual? Aside from the blurred silhouettes I saw that night, I remember hearing voices. The voices came from where those silhouettes were, but they sounded like vague muttering. Thinking about it now, if it was a human voice, how could someone get so close to those monsters without...
I've gathered enough information. It's time to check the scene where those monsters were spotted. There's something ahead. That figure. That paintbrush. Could it be?
Leave it to me. Endless reverberation. Embracing change. Such a nuisance. Acceptable damage. I can handle this. Strategic adjustment required.
I got your back. How reliable. Victory, guide my blade.
Cherish every game. Wind guide me. Nothing here. That's odd. Did I
Rover! You're here! Sorry, did I scare you just now? Finding inspiration. The night often sparks my creativity. Of course not. I heard about the tale of the arcane artist and hoped to find out who they are. Sorry I lied to you. I didn't want to drag anyone else into this. Bringing painted creatures to life, making fantasies real. It sounds like a fairy tale, but when the arcane artist first caught people's attention in Jinzhou years ago, it was more than just a tale. Now this story is making the rounds again. Most don't see the dangers it holds. As someone who feels the threat, I want to uncover the truth before it's too late. Yes, there was once an artist who could create paintings that felt so real, you could almost step into them. But these paintings, they strayed from the artist's original intentions and... I don't know who's behind these latest events, but if it's really the arcane artist, their paintings will bring nothing. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at investigating, so I haven't found any major clues yet. I'm here for the arcane artist, but also hoping to meet an old acquaintance. Maybe he knows what happened in the mine. Is that so? Oh, okay.
Hey, Juju! Long time no see. You need more pigments already?
No, not yet.
And this must be the Rover. Nice to meet you. Heard a lot about you. Didn't realize you and Juju knew each other.
But I've never had the chance to introduce myself properly.
A great moment for it. Here's the thing, Rover. I can't say I know Juju very well, but I do know she's got this quirk where her courage tends to crumble right when it's crunch time. So, when it comes to introducing herself to you, I'd bet money on it she's been mentally rehearsing it for forever before she got the guts to take action.
No, it's not like that.
Juju, you can't keep avoiding things. You've got to take action, or you'll never get what you want. You only live once, right?
Yes, Mr. Shilang is right. Rover? Hello, my name is Zhe Zhi. We have met before, but I like to make this a formal...
Of course. I'd be happy to.
Hello? Juju? Hey, what are you waiting for?
Rover,
That was a pretty obvious slip of the tongue.
nice to meet you. My name is Zhe Zhi. I'm a painter. I take art commissions and strive to create beautiful paintings. I'm not being very articulate, but I hope.
How sweet. I must say, I've never seen Juju this nervous since she first became one of my cherished patrons.
Well, wait, Mr. Shilang. We're actually here today to talk about the tale of the arcane artist.
Oh, I know the tale, but I've never come across this mystical maestro myself. If such an artist truly existed, I'd be the first to know, without a doubt. I supply ore to pigment manufacturers and sometimes serve as their sales proxy, so most painters in Jinzhou come to my shop to buy pigments. Well, pigments aren't flying off the shelves these days. Just a few regulars, you know? Oh, but those ore buyers from a while back, they bought heaps of leftover ore, the cheapest type, and told me not to let anyone know they got the ore here. People don't usually buy that stuff. Oh, wait. Juju, didn't you buy some once? I remember you saying you couldn't afford the fancy pigments, so you made your own. That stuck with me. So when those guys asked for leftovers, I paid extra attention.
Are you sure you can tell us this? I thought they asked you to keep it a secret.
They turned out to be thieves who stole from me during the night. But when I found out, I report thieves don't deserve my business or respect. Of course, help yourself.
If this is the situation...
Hey, Rover! What brings you here? It's been ages since we last met. The patrol station's been pretty busy lately, so I haven't had the time to catch up with you. And Juju's here too. Hiya! Do you remember me? We met at the Moon Chasing Festival. Oh, are you alright? You don't look well.
Hello? No, it's not. No, thank you.
The painting we had you do for us during the festival is awesome. Everyone loves it. So we...
Really? I'm glad you all like it.
We'd also like to invite you to our station, so we can formally thank you in person. Wait, how about coming to the station with me today? Are you heading back to the city?
But we're still Okay.
Oh, is this not a good time? Oh, I get it. In that case, it's probably not the best time for a get-together.
Sorry.
That's okay. Just tell me if you need any help. Oh, I'm here to support the patrollers. There was an assault near the mine recently, and they're short on people to investigate. What's odd is those monsters haven't caused any more trouble since we got here. Right now, we're talking to witnesses.
Did something just happen over there?
Don't tell me it's a tacit discord. Hold on, just got a message. Seems like they really are stirring up trouble again.
Should we go as well? You could be right, but there's one other thing. After Rover and I bumped into each other, we decided to investigate the surroundings. It was there we learned about the details of Mingyan's offense.
Once Zhezhe has the paintbrush in her hand, she'll be fine making the statement on her.
This looks valuable. Watch out! Yeah. Brings me to life. Sorry to trouble you. If I had been clearer, you wouldn't have had to explain things to... She's really nice. It's just, we're not that close, and I'm not sure how to respond to how friendly she is. I didn't want to be rude, so I'll do my best not to trouble you and express my feelings properly next time. Thank you.
Thanks for your help, Rover. We caught the culprit before anything worse could happen. We were
According to the preliminary examination, we suspect that these tacit discords were agitated by the frequency fluctuation. The energy remaining in the painting was generated by its creator's forte, nearly overclocking. But rest assured, we've calmed her down and contained the energy. The painting needs to be thoroughly examined to identify its connection with the monsters.
Thanks for all your help. We'll take it from here. She fessed up when I first started talking to her, but clammed up when I tried to dig deeper. Well, honestly, she seemed a bit off to me. But we don't have time for that now. We gotta clean up. You sure can.
Why?
Mingyan? Why are you... Yes, we used to take painting lessons together.
You! I hurt them. I'm alone. Thank goodness I wasn't hurt. It was so close. Part of it, I guess. I saw that painter. She looked like she was losing it. I'm talking shouting, waving her paintbrush around like she was sweeping the sky. I might be off here, but I swear those things on her scroll started squirming around before the whole swarm of monsters exploded. They started to whack and thwack people all over the place. I was terrified and ran away as fast as my legs would take, not super clearly. But when I was running for my life, I heard her screaming at all those creatures, all like, "Stop! Don't do this!" I think she might have been...
Ah, my head. Oh, only a bit. It looked like she was arguing with someone right before the weird visions appeared. I heard stuff like, "Don't stop me, I've already won, and who doesn't want fame and fortune?" That's a good thing they caught that painter. Can't imagine what could have happened otherwise. I've met my fair share of artists, but none that would gamble with lives for the sake of their work. That's a first for me.
Let's take it slow.
That's strange. Oh, you're back. You figured it out already?
The painting blurs the line between reality and illusion, causing whoever sees it to experience hallucinations.
So, Mingyan channeled her forte into the painting, creating temporary phantasms. People saw her abilities and spread the rumor, believing she was the arcane artist from the tale.
The monsters described in the rumors were probably just exaggerated In fact, I had sensed something odd at the mine. But after we met, I thought it was coming from you. So I come to think of it now. It might have been Mingyang's forte fluctuation.
So she was there at the same time we were. I didn't even notice her presence, but what could have driven her to create such dangerous paintings? From what I know of her, she doesn't seem like someone who would take such risks for personal gain. She kept squeezing my hand and trying to tell me something, but I couldn't understand. I think she wants me to continue the investigation. Maybe there's... Besides, I don't recall her having a forte before. Maybe this has something to do with me. Huh? Are you sure? I definitely won't say no to your help. Actually, I've wanted it since we last met at the mine. You want me to decide? To be honest, I haven't... I remember meeting Mingyang in an art studio in Jinzhou before. I wonder, should that be our first stop? She may have left some of her artwork behind. I've never tried to investigate anything, so I'm not sure if this is the way to go. Okay, let's go. After learning about the details of the assault, we decided to push forward with the investigation.
Pointless! The witnesses on the scene made it clear that it was all because of Mingyan's...
I haven't finished my statement, Mr. But. Yes, this is the art studio. My memory did serve me right. Looks like she's been painting here. This paper, this white jade paper has a rich history. Its smooth, fine texture holds ink beautifully, exactly what you want for more delicate brushwork. Countless masterpieces, both old and new, were painted on this paper. Like Chinan's Voyage to Yum Mountain and Yiling's Qixu's Dawn of Spring, Whoops, I got carried away. Wait, there's a discount sticker on the wrapping. And yes, White Jade Hall runs a yearly sale. I attended it 2 days ago and bought paper. Mingyang likely bought her paper there too. Half of the stock has already been used, which means she was painting day and night, and different papers result in different artistic effects. Real artists can always spot these differences and choose the right paper to showcase various styles. White jade paper is my absolute favorite, but because it's so expensive, I can't pass up a great deal, so I stock up whenever I can. It usually takes a whole day to carry all the boxes home, but I must say, buy 3 get 1 free, buy 5 get 2 free, and then there's the additional weekly coupons. I know everything there is to know about the discounts. We have the same painting style, and the quality of our finished works is remarkably similar. Even if we use different brush techniques, our similar styles mean we should finish a painting in about the same time. Once a painter holds a paintbrush in their hand, they won't stop until every detail meets their standards. She painted so many. There is a difference. The brushwork on this one, see how heavy it is? You can tell Ming Yang was in low spirits. And this one, the feelings a painter has during the process of creation often linger in the brushstrokes without them knowing. They're present in, yes! To me, painting is like a window into the heart of the artist. It is strange though. She keeps reproducing the same painting over and over, using techniques that aren't. Waters and mountains rest by the pain, valleys and peaks in the dream remain. This artwork is titled Serenity of Xiehua Village. It captures the scenic— the pigment! When did it get on my clothes? It came off with just a little white. Looks like there's stains from ink and paint that have been— Ming Yan could have improvised her clothing as a canvas for her. I used to do this as well. Whenever nature inspired me and I was short on paper, I'd paint rough out. After all, fabric used to be a common art material. Besides, using clothes does help to seize fleeting inspiration, don't you think? It's a shame the clothes are stained forever, but it's worth it to see how different inks behave on fabric. How could this happen? That's why there are so many copies of the original artwork. But I have some other thoughts about it. Being picky about one's work is second nature to an artist. I'm no exception. There's never been a moment when I saw my art outshining someone else's. I kept painting and improving, but no matter how hard I try, this needs to be refined. It's not quite there yet. Still short. I had these kind of thoughts every day while I painted. It started creeping into my daily— It's true that one might find motivation in these thoughts, but I felt trapped for ages until I embraced my emotions fully and create the art my heart yearns for. But if I found myself in the same situation as Ming Yang, perhaps she was forced into this and was looking for a way out. I can't just turn a blind eye and let them charge her. There must be a way. Hey, Have a look at the... Seems like this pigment is homemade. Did she use a new recipe I'm not familiar with? Medicinal herb residue.
She must have been making medicinal remedies recently.
These herbs were used for medicine. Oh, so those plants I saw in the pharmacy... I've never tried myself. When I get sick, my family always brought me remedies and soups. I never thought about how they were made. Sorry, I'm just not very experienced. I think... No, I might be wrong. Nothing. It's just a thought. I might be wrong. Then... The vase must have been on that cabinet, judging by where it fell. Looks like the cabinet used to be over there, but something bumped into it, and that's why the vase got knocked over. I bet the water on the floor is from the fishbowl. Huh. Why is that watermark? Okay, I figured it out. A Gulpuff jumped out of the fishbowl, knocking over the vase and causing it to shatter on the floor. Then it landed on a pile of paintings. Realizing it was in trouble... Why wouldn't they? My family used to have an aquarium at home with lots of Gulpuffs. Sorry, I need to improve my investigation skills. Is that so? I'll practice... Oh yes, these are phantasms I can create with my brush. They only exist for a short while. I haven't done this for a long time. I'm a bit rusty now. Yes, I rarely need to use my forte in daily life. When it comes to painting, I prefer the traditional way. It helps me to understand my progress and improve my skills. An artwork created with forte is indeed mesmerizing, nearly flawless. But so, I've used this ability less over time. But it's fine to use it for the investigation. Yes, it could be related to my forte. Someone broke into the studio looking for something. However, they were startled by something unexpected, and in their panic to escape through the window, collided with the cabinet, causing the vase to fall.
This might be related to the Shangyun Art Exchange and Mingyang's breakdown. Let's...
The clues from the studio led us to an exiles camp. There, we found new clues that pointed...
Seems like a new discovery.